Welcome back to the Internet Story Bureau. Today's case is pretty crazy. The evidence is pretty damning. This one's gonna be a long one, but it's a good one, so it's worth it, guys. Stay with me. We'll get through it together, but it's damn good. So our case begins with a man going to university. He worked for a hotel chain to make ends meet. When he started, the hotel urgently needed staff, so he cut a deal with the original owner about getting to choose and pick up some shifts, so he could visit courses and exams without having too much issue. Speaking with some foreign languages, he got paid extra because a translator. Damn, it's a very, very, very smart OP so far, guys. So he got paid a bonus as a translator. The old owner was a good man, the OP says. He owned many hotels, so the OP rarely saw the man. But when the old owner was in the hotel, he always made a point to have drinks with the staff, chat with them, and he even invited them over to fancy restaurants when they were not on a shift. Wow, that's a nice boss. Then our story fast forwards. He had worked in a hotel for a few years at the point, and he was nearing the completion of his college. So the OP knew it wouldn't have been too long before he quit anyway, because he wanted to go into his field of study. Makes sense, got to pay that debt off somehow from that college. We all know the debt on that one. It's wild. So as a part of his deal with the old owner, he chose to work mainly night shifts, allowing him to visit his university during the day and make up for any privileges he had picked how to do extra work in the dead of night. That's pretty nice, see? This OP's a good guy so far. Even when he's doing the shifts everyone seems to want, he's at least doing extra work to make it nice for him. Wow. That is really nice. And everyone seemed to like the OP for this. And they became a very, very tight group. But of course, as these kind of jobs go, people rotate in and out. The old owner retires, and as the OP puts it, his asshole of a son took over the business as new owner. And the OP smartly feared the worst. The new owner didn't like him very much. He never found out the reason that the owner didn't like him, but the new owner just hates him, it says. So now in the story, ROP is one of the last people that has experience at the hotel staying there. He even is doing clerical work because the manager is new. So one night while he was doing his lists and logs, he went into the manager's email account just to do some work for the manager, and he saw an email with the OP's name in the subject line. And the OP says he knows that it is not nice to snoop, but he's going to. Hey, you and me both, brother. I'm an internet detective, that's what we do. Oh, wow. It turned out that the new owner wanted to fire him. Surprise, surprise. He still had his old employee contract with bonuses for foreign language abilities and was allowed to, by the contract, pick and choose his shifts. And I can only assume the privileges are what made the new owner hate him. I wonder why. The guy's a good worker, but hey. Business be doing business things, as it turns out. Because the OP has no idea why else the new owner would hate him. But these reasons seem weak to him. To me too. But luckily, he couldn't fire the OP without cause. on top of that. Because, of course, he would owe ROP a severance if he was fired. And generally, there's not enough bodies in the rotation anymore. So the new owner, but of course, as it goes with new owners, he doesn't understand that there's not enough able bodies in the building to work without this man, the OP. So he was trying to find reasons to fire the OP still. As the OP looked into the email more, he found there was a chain between the employees, the manager, the new owner, and ROP, of course, was not CC'd, as I was the hated topic. The employees didn't like him hogging night shifts, even though he's pulling the entire sled by himself, but they don't seem to care about that. They just want the night shifts. But the reason why is because you get paid better on nights. Yeah, it makes sense. So you got paid a night bonus. Okay. But still, the man's doing more work than everybody else is. I don't see why they're trying to take him off nights. Wow. But the manager was neutral on the matter and just curbed enthusiasm to get rid of me, as they needed to be fully staffed. The new owner and ROP's colleagues conspired against our man to make a hostile work environment. So he would quit of his own choice just so they would pay him out. Makes sense. Kind of scummy. So far in our verdict, the company's pretty guilty here. But that's not for us to decide. We're the detectives on this. That's for the court, which is you guys, my humble subscribers and beautiful commenters. So of course, the OP is furious because they're all reacting crazy. They're egging cars and burning the hotel down, is what they're talking about in the email. That's what all the OP's friends talked about. But I'm glad our OP didn't do that. It's all illegal shit. But our OP's a pretty smart man. He calls uncle at 2 a.m. asking for advice. His uncle is a lawyer. Wow. Just adds up. It's like that movie, My Cousin Vinny. The uncle comes out, he saves the day. Good man. And the OP forwarded himself all the emails. He made photos, printed them out, made copies, and filmed everything. Smart man. After my own heart right there. Good man, helping us detectives solve the case for him. And his uncle told him, sit tight and see if it gets worse, or if it was just a bunch of yap. So ROP gave it a few days. And man, things took a turn for the worst. All his colleagues are making snide remarks about the OP, about his looks, clothing, and so on. Only the tip of the iceberg, the OP says. Some of the colleagues were just as professional as before. That's, wow. Strong-willed, brave people, not going with the flow. That's people of the earth right there, guys. But all the conspirators always left extra work for him and pawned off all the shit duties to the OP. Wow. That's nice. The OP says he always kept a spare shirt and suit at work, just in case he needed to have a change of clothes. But it suddenly vanished. One day even started threatening the OP with violence. Wow. The OP kept on clenching his butt cheeks, he says, because he would not give them the satisfaction of saving on severance or giving in. My man, applause for that bravery. Oh yeah, that's a good dude. OP says he is a big boy after all. He did, however, stop doing extra work that he was not supposed to be doing, which in the end was the reason they used to fire him, but it's not to pay him severance. Man, See, some of the scumbags win. On that period, we're gonna take an Earl Grey break, so I can drink some tea, get my voice back. It's starting to bluster up here. Too much yapping. Now we have Earl Grey on us. Let's get back to this case. It's pretty stunning. The next day, the uncle had all the proof bundled up and ready to go of all the harassment, and he served a total lawsuit for wrongful termination and ended with harassment. Wow. Reportedly, the manager has a sheet when he realized where the emails must have come from. The new owner was on vacation at the time and had to cancel his vacation early. That was in France to deal with it.